Hello and welcome to another episode of the Ruby and Roses podcast. My name is Addison, I am 18 years old, and I'm coming to you from Missouri. This podcast today is going to be jam full of so many different things. So I am the yarn dyer behind Ruby and Roses Yarn, where I create everything from collections to one-of-a-kind colorways to so many curated products in the shop for you guys. And this episode is going to be filled with so many new knits. I cast on something new, and I have two designs to show you, I should say. They're not new. Some of them have been around for a while, but yeah, I cannot wait to give you an update on those. And yeah, I just am going to be having like a little bit of a shop tour segment in this episode and just catching up with you guys because it has been over a month. I can't believe it. It's been so long, but I'm really excited to be back with just getting able to talk with you guys and catch you up on what I've been doing making wise in the past month. So yeah, I'm sorry for my voice. It's a little bit raspy. I've just gotten over from a really horrible virus that's kind of knocked me out for the past week. So I'm just now kind of getting back into the groove of things, but please excuse my voice and like an occasional coughing. But I do have my coffee over here. Luckily, it's always good to have a coffee, and it's early in the morning pretty much, so I'm podcasting before my class starts, so hopefully I can get it done in time. But anyways, I hope you all have been doing well. I've missed getting to read your comments and hearing from you, so let me know in the comments what you've been up to, or just, yeah, we can just chat a little in the comments. So first up, I don't know what to show you first. I'm thinking I'm going to show you the project that I love the most, because that's always a good rule of thumb, right? Okay. So the first work in progress is this blanket. Oh my word. I cannot wait to show you this blanket because you will not recognize it. I've knit an insane amount on this project over the past month. And especially when I was sick too, I got a lot of work done on these because all I could do was pretty much knit. But to be honest, I was so sick I didn't even want to knit, which is crazy. But anyways, I'm so glad that's over, right? It wasn't COVID. I know I'll get comments. It was not COVID. It was like a really bad virus. It's just been going around recently, I guess. So yeah, definitely not COVID. Anyways, here we go. Look at this thing. Ah, it's so huge. I can show you guys. I mean, it's just massive. Hopefully you got to see it all. But anyways, that was the wrong side. Wow. But you guys, I'm obsessed with the wrong side of this project. I almost like it more than the front, which blows my mind because there's no pretty stitch patterns on the back, but there's just something about how like the colors just intertwine, like how it's the garter ridge, but it's not like a perfect garter ridge, if that makes sense. Like you can still see the color on the other side because it's knit. That makes sense? I don't know. If you know what I'm talking about, hopefully you do. But anyways, this is the front side. It has these really beautiful stitches on it, these slip stitches. Some of you have said that it looks woven, which it does. It looks like this is applied like an applique or like afterwards, but it's not, it's knitted in. And yeah, it's just so big. So yeah, so where the progress keeper was where I was last episode. So you can see that I got in quite a lot of progress. And show you guys what this looks like up close, but it is just such a fun knit. I feel like it's the perfect mixture between like garter and like a more complex stitch, so it just holds your interest beautifully. Literally, I could not have planned it any better to just hold your interest knitting wise, because yeah, I get bored a lot of the times when I'm knitting, especially just garter stitch projects. There's just something about it that's amazing, but also some semi-boring at times. Like I feel like all of you guys can relate to that. And so yeah, this is just like the perfect mixture. You have a few garter ridges and then you have this beautiful slip stitch pattern. And I've designed this to use up 20 gram minis. I am actually using 4 10 gram minis instead of 2 20 gram minis because I'm crazy. And that was just what I happened to die. So this is all of the yarn. This is all Ruby and Roses yarn in 4 different 10 gram mini sets. So if you would like to create this blanket, I used 4 different 10 gram mini skein sets and 4 a piece. So a total of 16 10 gram mini sets. Those I will have linked down below. I'm not going to tell you the names because that would just take a while, but they're all going to be linked down below. So you can just look down there and I will have clickable links for you guys if you would like to purchase them. So 4 mini sets a piece. And then I'm using 5 skeins of my Kana colorway, which this red is my perfect red. I am just still obsessed with it because It's just so perfect. It's this beautiful red. I think I have a cake with me. Actually, I don't. but because I only use it every once in a while, so I never have it with me. I always have it across my craft room or my bedroom, aka my craft room. So I just always never put it with my project. But guess what? I'm storing the extra yarn in here. So I am writing up this pattern. I have designed it. I'm getting progress done on it. I'm hoping that I will have this finished like February-ish, which I know that's so far away. I hope I can get it done by then, unless something crazy happens, but like I'm making really good progress on it. I did all of this while I was sick, you guys, in 1 week. That is insane to me. And as well as some of these other projects that I'm gonna show you. But bottom line is I'm about 5 colors away from the halfway point, which I know this thing's gonna be massive. But you know what? I wanted it that way. I'm just gonna write it to like in the pattern just to your desired length. But I wanted it that long because I'm super tall. And a lot of the time blankets don't cover me all the way because I am so tall. So that's the great thing about knitting, you can make it as long or short as you want. So I'm making it long. It's gonna be about 7.5 feet, which I'm not 7.5 feet, obviously. I'm like 5'10", but still, I want it long. So anyways, plus you get to experiment with so many more colors that way. Like, isn't that so cool? I get to just have all these different colors in here, and I'm looking at all the minis. That's why my eye is drifting over here, because I have them all laid out, because I have a particular order for each one to where all the colors are distributed evenly and things like that. So I did that, and yeah, I'm just winding them up as I need them. But I wanted to show you this progress keeper on here. Isn't this so gorgeous? This progress keeper, I'm gonna trickle in shop updates here and there because shop updates are part of my knitting, so it all kind of fits, right? So this progress keeper is designed by me and made by Katie of Lock and Lou. I love this progress keeper, and holy cow, you guys. Okay, so what's funny is I updated this into my Evoking Autumn collection, which launched September 5th, so a few weeks ago, and these charms sold out like really quick. I was like blown away. So I asked Katie if she can make me like double the amount, and she said yes. So I've got a lot more charms coming, and they're in the shop already because they should be arriving tomorrow. So yeah, I have just been obsessed with this charm, and I have it here because I just love how it plays with these two colors. Like this color I'm obsessed with. There's a few colors in here because these are all one-of-a-kind minis that I really want to dye again. Like if I was to create a full, like a regular colorway into the shop. But the thing is, I don't know. I have so many ideas. I might do it at some point. However, this would be a big contender, as well as, what's the other one? This one. Oh my word. It's like neon, it's like a light neon dream. It's just so pretty. So yeah, this, I've seen it obviously for months now because this is the first color I did. And of course that might be why I love it so much. You know my thing with firsts. I just have a thing with them. They're always my favorites. But I love this one and I love this one, so we shall see. I might do these in the shop at some point, maybe a summer collection, you never know. And yeah, anyways, so this charm is in the shop. You can purchase it along with a surprise one-of-a-kind 10-gram mini. You will see in the listing it is, it's a mini that's individually packaged along with this charm, and you can also buy the mini separately. So I think there's about 20 left, so hop on that if you are interested. And yeah, the mini complements it beautifully. It's like more of a simple design, but I just really love it. So yeah. This comes with a little mini. It will be linked down below as well. I will have it linked under this blanket like tab, so you can find that easily. And another product that I'm using that was released in my Evoking Autumn collection was baskets. Oh my gosh, you guys, baskets. And I just dropped all my yarn. But these are in the shop. I am now stocking baskets. They are handmade in Ghana, and I am over the moon with these baskets. So funny story. I've been wanting to stock baskets since spring of last year, or this year, I mean. And I was waiting for the cozy season of fall and winter. And so yeah, that was when I was going to stock baskets into the shop. So that was what I decided. I ordered them, they came, I took over another room of the house. And, but to be fair, it's a room that literally no one uses. It's like in our second upstairs area. So like, I feel justified. But I take that over, it's filled with baskets, and whenever I'm releasing a collection, there is so much work and so much time that goes into it that I definitely cut some things close to the wire, because I'm like, you know, I have like lists and lists, and sometimes things just don't get done. I'm still working on being organized, like uber organized. Like, you have to be crazy organized. I feel like I'm somewhat organized, thank God. But yeah, so I was putting these into the shop in the last minute pretty much. So I made a reel on showing you guys how to shape these, because you have to shape them yourself. I mean, these are not the only baskets that are available. Actually, these are the ones that I have up here, but like, I'm just obsessed with these like oval sized baskets. These are my petite size on the website. And yeah, I just love these because they're perfect to just have like cakes of yarn in here, and you can just like, it's like perfect for yarn management, I feel like. And I also use these just for like other non-knitting related things. Like, I have my lemon drops in these in my like candy area, but anyways, I just love these baskets. So I'm having this in here because it's just the perfect size, and I don't want to put this entire thing into a basket. I feel like that would just be kind of crazy. And I just carry it around with me. Like, it's either in here or in my purse or something, because yeah, Tevin was joking me that I take it everywhere with me, which I kind of do. And he says I'm gonna look crazy lugging around a 7-foot blanket, and yeah, I probably will. And I don't think I'm gonna be carrying it around when it's that big. I only have like, I don't know, a little bit left, and then it's gonna have to stay homebound forever. Kind of sad. But anyways, this is, yeah, just a great basket. So this is what I'm using it with. I love the bright pink rim and like the neutral backdrop. It's just so pretty and fits my aesthetic perfectly. And the cool thing about this is that they are all one-of-a-kind handmade baskets. So if you like hate pink or love blue, you could always leave a note in your order, and I will try my best to find one that's solely blue color scheme. Or if you, like, other way around, love pinks and don't like the cool colors, you can definitely leave me a note in your order about that. I can't guarantee I'll find one exactly to your color preference, but I will try my best. So yeah, I have sold about 50% of the ones that I purchased my first round on like the first day of my collection launch. Again, crazy. So I'm not going to be showing you guys like all of the baskets in this episode or in my next video. However, when my next shipment comes in, which will hopefully be in about a week and a half, I will definitely show you guys all the different baskets, and then that will give you a good idea of what basket might possibly be yours. So yeah, a little plug for my baskets, but I'm obsessed. I kept 3 for myself. Well, except for these 2, so 5. But I kept 3 of like the actual baskets. Like, I mean, they're not exactly like this, but like this general size. So anyways, I'm so excited. But yeah, I got a lot of comments saying how you guys were really excited that I stocked baskets because you've seen them on my podcast for forever. I've always used them, and that you're really excited that I'm stocking them in the shop. So I'm over the moon as well. And yeah, this is pretty much all of the info on this. I'm holding 2 strands, a fingering weight double, and like I said, 20 gram minis along with full skeins here. So this pattern is going to be released. I'm aiming for February if I can get it done in time. We shall see. I have like, I don't know, 25-ish colors, I'd say 6. Yeah, about 25. So yeah, that's kind of a lot, but we shall see how much I get done. Anyways, this is my blanket, and I am obsessed with it. I just want to knit on this all the time, and like the weight of this blanket is like literally perfection. So anyways, I'm thrilled, and I already have my next one planned. Shocker, right? It's gonna be with my Advent, because I have finished dyeing up Advents. Yeah, I'll talk about this later on, but I finished, like, moment of silence, guys. Can you believe I finished Advents already? Time is like flying. So anyways, here's my blanket, and yeah, it's so cozy. So my next project is, I think I'm gonna show you my other new design. I realized that everything I'm working on are new designs. That's crazy to me. So yeah, this is something new you've never seen before, and it's in this really cute petite basket. I love it. See how perfect they are? And this is a bit on the smaller side. What's cool with these baskets is since they're handmade, there are various sizes. So like, I'll buy like one size from my supplier, and it's just a very like varied size difference. So yeah, I think that's just so cool. Anyways, so here we have this basket. It's the one in the listing, and I fell in love with it. I had to keep it because look at that. It's like varied. It's like, it reminds me of variegated yarn, of course, because that's my life. But I love this as well. Anyways, so here it is. So this is a brand new mitten pattern I'm designing. It is knit with some one-of-a-kind yarns, dyed by me, of course. And I'm loving this knit. So it looks extremely small, like this could never fit a human hand. It looks like the weirdest shape in the world. However, in my opinion, that's the mark of a good mitten. So let me try it on and I will show you guys. So I think it fits perfectly. And my dad even tried this on because I wanted to see if it would fit a man's hand, because I'm knitting these for my boyfriend Devin for his birthday and I have about 5 days to finish it, so yay. However, I just finished this, like not yesterday but the day before. Look at the decreases. I'll try to show you guys. I have a progress keeper on here, little teapot by Lock and Lou, of course. And then I love how the ribbing is so long. And then this section here is like one of my favorites. It just has this beautiful cable design here. I have one running along down the side of the hand and then one running along the side here. And then the thumb gusset kind of splits off right after that purl ridge there. So I just had a lot of fun designing this. So so the story behind this, why I decided to design a pair of mittens, because why add something else to my plate when I have like 5,000? Exactly. So I wanted to make something for Devin's birthday because he loves my knitting more than anyone I've ever seen, besides possibly my grandpa. And he just loves the craft and he thinks it's amazing. And I knew that if I knit him something, he would really, really appreciate it and really love it. So that's what I did. I picked yarn that had a story behind it, of course, because I'm crazy sentimental. So the story behind these skeins is this is very similar to my Kana colorway, which is the red in the blanket that I showed. However, this is a lot more orange and it didn't make the cut. So when I was doing the spring collection, I pretty much, whenever I do a collection, I create all the colorways within like a 1 week period, if that. I kind of do them all really quickly because that just helps me like get motivated and seeing how all the colors play together and things like that. So that's normally what I do. So I was uploading a podcast at the time of my spring collection, and that cut away in time that I was gonna be creating colorways. So it was at midnight, I was in the dye studio just like dyeing yarn and just getting somewhat frustrated because my podcast wasn't uploading and I just needed to go into town to get the good internet, because here I live in the country, as you can probably see, and it's just not, I have horrible internet here. So at the time, Devin and I were just friends, and it was cute because I was like, can you come? Well, I was telling him about how my video wasn't uploading, and he offered to come and get my phone and take it into town to take it to his house to use the internet. And so that was so sweet of him, of course. So it's at midnight, he comes in and I'm like blasting my music, trying to stay motivated to dye yarn, and he was so interested about all of it and he just wanted to like learn all about yarn dyeing. So long story short, I was telling him all these things about yarn dyeing. I always tell people, okay, how much do you want to know? Do you want like the Reader's Digest version or do you want me to go hard? So he was like, yeah, go hard. Tell me all about it. So I just spent forever telling him about it. He was really curious about how speckling happens and all of that stuff. So these started out as tonals. And I'm going to take this off because it's pretty warm. And these started out as tonals, so solid colorways. And then he was like, well, how do you speckle? So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to grab some colors. And I picked kind of guy colors just to show him I wasn't going to pull like pinks and all of that. So I just picked like blues. And actually I did do one pink speckle in here, but I had to do that. It's like a pink red, okay? So I did that, and I was putting all of these speckles on this yarn, just like kind of just putting them on just to do a demonstration. And so I was showing him all of this, and he thought it was so cool, and it was just really fun because that was like the first time we really like geeked out about yarn and stuff. And so yeah, it was just really cute. And then we both remember that, obviously, now that we're starting dating, it's like really special. And so yeah, I wanted to use both of these colorways, so I am marling them together because these are fingering weight. So as you can see, these were both different prototypes. So this one was far too red, and then this one was far too orange for Kana. So lots of trial and error goes into creating colorways, especially that one, because it's got like 5 different dyes, different ratios to get the perfect red. So anyways, this yarn is like really special to us and I wanted to make him something with it. And I wasn't gonna make him a hat because I wanted to do something more complex, I guess. I thought a hat would be too simple. And so, I sound crazy, but I wanted to just do mittens. I've been thinking about mittens, and Bad Sheep Yarn on Instagram has been knitting mittens every time she goes to the library. And I've been watching her mittens, and she's like, I think following Tin Can Knits, really easy mitten pattern. And I was like, okay, I want to do mittens. So I texted in, I was like, so, you know, do you like mittens? And I sent him this picture of a pattern because he sends me pictures of fish, which is his hobby, and I send him pictures of yarn. And so it wasn't that out of the blue. And I was like, so what do you think about mittens? He's like, well, they always get wet and I don't really like them. And I was like, okay, well, wool ones would not get wet, because I play in the snow with mine and they like get somewhat wet if you're like really crazy with the snow, but for the most part they don't really, because if they're tight enough they kind of repel water. So I was like, okay, I'm making him mittens, but it's obviously a surprise. I don't want him to know it that I'm making him anything because I love surprises. So anyways, my 5-minute story. Thank you for listening. Anyways, so this is the second cuff that I knit pretty much last night. These are really flying. So I'm designing this pattern. I'm keeping notes in like 2 different notebooks. I'm going to design, I have like rough notes with these, but I want to change something when I write the actual design. So I'm going to be casting on a pair for myself after these are finished and just kind of proofing the design and all of that. So I'm kind of acting as like a beginner test knitter, I guess, before it actually goes to test knitters. But I just really love these cables because it not only fits my hand, but it semi-fits my dad's hand. It's a little tight on him, obviously, because his hands are way bigger than mine. But I know they're gonna fit Devin. And yeah, I'm just really excited about these. So I just finished the cuff on the second one when I was talking with him, actually, when we called each other last night. But anyways, it's cool because we do FaceTime and stuff, and so I prop it up and I'm knitting down here, and every once in a while when I'm talking I actually end up pulling it up on accident, and then it's like, and then I'm like, wait, did you see that? I put it down. He says he hasn't seen it, and that's probably because the connection's so bad. I look like a blurry, like just a blur, so that's probably to my benefit because I can't keep it down for some reason. Anyways, so yeah, this is the first cuff. I'm starting on doing the second gusset increases, but I haven't started yet because I didn't want to do this at midnight because I'm gonna have to reverse the entire pattern for this one to make it suitable for the right hand. But anyways, long story short, I have no idea what I'm gonna name these mittens yet. I think I'm just gonna do some research. Anyways, I'm obsessed. So I also love how the yarn is knitting up. I think it's so pretty. So these would have been my misfits. So like these are just one-of-a-kind yarns. That's normally what my misfits are. They're just one-of-a-kinds. They're discounted just because they weren't exactly what I was going for in creating a colorway or just something to that effect. Anyways, here they are. I'm loving them. I'm hoping I can finish them before I go up and see him because he has moved back to Indiana, and that's where he goes to college at Purdue. So I'm going to fly up there on Thursday, so in a few days. And yeah, I'm really excited because I will tell you why, but I'm not going to do another story on top of another story. More knitting content. The next project I'm working on, I want to show you first. I want to show you what colorway I'm going to be knitting my mittens out of because I can't stop dreaming about it. So here it is. I'm going to be using my Bundle Up colorway. This colorway came out of my Evoking Autumn collection. It's my favorite from the whole collection. I love this colorway so much. And I unskeined it because that's what I do. I always unskein colorways because they're so much prettier unskeined. I feel like you can see all the different colored speckles and all of that stuff. So if you can just see all of the beautiful, beautiful speckles, and it's got just all of my favorite colors in it. You guys have been going crazy over this colorway. I think it's so fun how my color preferences are very similar to yours, or at least it seems that way. And I love this like yellow, green, and then a little bit of neon. I don't know, so fun. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be knitting my pair of mittens out of, and I'm even more excited to use my DK weight base because I've been dreaming about it for so long and it's been killing me not using it. So yeah, And I think it's going to be a slightly different gauge as opposed to 2 strands of fingering held double, because in my experience, 2 strands of fingering are never quite as thick as DK. So I might minus a few stitches and do a couple sizes in the pattern. I'm not completely sure yet. That's what I'm leaning towards actually, is doing like a large and a medium sized. And yeah, just because I'm gonna be designing it for DK. And yeah, I think this will just work beautifully. So yeah, I'm also going to be designing it to use 1 skein of DK. I don't know why I have 2 in here. I think I might have been saving the other one for like something. I don't know, maybe for extras or something. Anyways, next project that I'm working on is my Fascination Shawl. And the saga continues on this one because, you guys, this shawl, I have been this close to giving up every 5 seconds. But it's good. It's good because guess what? I feel like I should just like have crazy loud music right now. I have just finished writing this pattern, or my test knitter has like finished with all of her edits. We've both like been like juggling the pattern back and forth. She thinks it's good to go. It matches up with her notes, and I'm so excited. So now I've had this test knit twice, and I'm confident that there are no mistakes in this pattern. I'm confident that it's gonna just knit up perfectly and just all of these different things, and I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. So amazing. So yeah, this is now finished. And it's gonna be released by the end of this week, I'm hoping for 1 to 2 weeks, but it's not gonna be longer than 2 weeks because I'm waiting on my yarn to get here actually, because Italy is semi-closed from COVID, or at least the part of Italy that I purchased my yarn from. And yeah, they're sort of shut down, so I'm waiting on yarn, but hopefully it will come pretty soon because there will be 3 different kit options coming for the shawl design. So here it is. Here's my Fascination Shawl. I have like a yarn knot. Here it is. This is knit out of my Unbreakable Vow colorway. Hoping you guys can kind of see it. So many different stitch patterns and lots of different things happening. And I just started this like cabled section because it starts out pretty basic, I feel like. So I cast this on because I was going to test the pattern as well, and kind of just, I wanted to get to this section because this section has been what's been giving people trouble. And I wanted to get to that section so I can just test it and compare it with my tech editor's notes. I mean, my test knitter's notes. Yeah, so I also have 2 other kinds of kits coming. I will talk about those in next episode. However, if you don't want to miss any of these updates, I would highly recommend following me on Instagram, where I am ruby_and_roses_yarn, where you can find all of the different updates that I have. Yeah, whether it be, you know, like I announced I was sick, so I couldn't package orders for a week. I announced new products that are coming into the shop and all of these really fun things. You can follow along on my day and my stories where I'm, yeah, just sharing just all the different things about the studio or whatever I happen to be up to. So yeah, kits will be coming. I'm going to be dyeing these up in the next few days. And yeah, I'm really excited to start dyeing these up. So I have a total of 5 rows I have to knit in a week, which is going to be easy. So yeah, just little bits of, I have deadlines for some of these projects, which used to kind of bug me, but I'm liking it now because yeah, it keeps me on track. So 5 rows of this, finish those mittens, cast on the next pair. Hopefully that will be where I'm at when I podcast next. Yeah, that is what I've been working on knitting wise. I have also dyeing wise, I will kind of like enter into a little bit of shop news here. I also wanted to let you all know that I am not going to be doing a shop tour in my classic style this episode, just because there are so many new products that are in the shop that I don't want to overwhelm you guys with my Evoking Autumn collection, because that's been like the big kahuna in this update this like month, really. It's been what I've been working on, what I've been dyeing mostly, and things like that. So instead, like I did with my spring collection, I'm going to be doing a separate video. So it's just going to premiere all the different colorways. I have created 7 speckle colorways, 7 tonal colorways, along with sock sets and mini sets and marketplace items, which aka baskets and charms and things like that. So I've kind of, showed you guys a little bit here and there, but I am going to be doing a preview episode, like special video. So it's going to be where I'm showing you guys all of the different colorways, how they pair together, my personal favorites and things like that. So that way, if you're interested, you can tune into that video. And if you're strictly here for knitting content, then yeah, this video is for you. So yeah, that's what I will be doing. However, I will be showing you guys a few colorways that do not have anything to do with my Evoking Autumn collection. So I did a Halloween colorway, for instance, which is super fun. I will show you guys that. And then a few one-of-a-kind 50-gram mini sets that I did like forever ago, but it's been forever since I've been on here. And I've also finished Advents, like I said a little bit before this. I did Christmas Advents this year. So for those of you that don't know, it's where you get to open a 20-gram mini every day of Advent, and you have the choice of purchasing a full skein on Christmas Day if you choose that option. And this year I'm doing it super fun. I have so many fun things planned. I'm going to be including a surprise little gift for every Sunday of Advent because I feel like those are a bit more special than the rest of the days. And yeah, so that's what I will be doing. I've finished dyeing them all up. My employee Mallory did an amazing job winding them all. She's going to start packaging them up today, actually, as soon as she's finished with Evoking Autumn. There's a little bit more in the like to be wound and stuff. So yeah, I will be showing you guys what the studio looks like because yesterday was my first full day back at work from being sick, and I packaged up so many orders. I was able to just get so much done. So I will show you guys that and all of the fun things in the studio. I did an Instagram post about it today, and I basically just went to the entryway of my studio and just took a photo. And I was like, you know what? It's not as aesthetic as other indie dyers studios, but it's, you know, a workable space, and it's just, I have a million things going on at once. And I don't know, it's my studio. So yeah, that's what mine looks like. And anyways, so I will show you guys what that looks like. And this year's Advent, I love how it turned out. I worked on it for, I think maybe about 3 weeks straight. And yeah, it just turned out so pretty. I did not design it as a fade to begin with. I designed it as just individual colorways that all went together, but were definitely not a fade. And when I was laying them all out, I left it there for about 2 weeks, and everyone like that I showed that was my friends were like, oh, it's so beautiful, it's so pretty. And in my head, I was like, you know what? I feel like I could have done better. And I was like, maybe. And then one day I was doing the colorways for all of them in my card that comes in the Advent. I was designing that. And it dawned on me, I was like, I just want to see what it looks like as a fade. I'm just gonna see what it looks like because I want to know. I think it would be really cool, actually. So I designed it as a fade, like lined it up, and I was like, holy moly, like this looks so good. So I was so glad that I just tried to just see what it looked like as a fade, because I'm so glad that I did. It just looks so good. And yeah, I can tell you what colors it fades from, because most people are like, okay, you do a fade, it's almost like a rainbow, like red to purple or whatever. Definitely not what I did with this one. Okay, it fades from gold to black. And tons of color thrown in there, obviously, but gold to black. Like blackish, you know, there's colors in there. But baseline, like the base coat, gold to black. I think that's so cool. I don't know, I just am obsessed with it. And yeah, it just is very evenly color-wise, like the tones and the hues and all of that. But I don't know, I'm just really excited to knit with it. I already have a tonal. So is what I want to do with this blanket, with this Advent, is knit a blanket with it. I feel like that would just be so perfect for it. And I wanted to knit my new design with it. That's what I said, I have a second one planned. However, I wanted to have a completely different look, since this was more of like all like warm tones with like reds and pinks and stuff. This one is not going to have that effect. It's got all the colors in it. It's just so many colors. And yeah, I told Mom, I'm like, it's like a classy rainbow, because I'm not into rainbows at all. But this was like a classy rainbow. Like, it's just filled with color and just really fun. I just love how it looks. So yeah, that's what it looks like. It's just filled with so many colors. I love how they all pair together. And I really love how your eye just kind of goes from one color to the next. And what's cool is, since I didn't design this as a fade, it's not like a normal fade where you have like a completely like a color in between two that literally blends them perfectly. Like, it's more of an abstract-y kind of fade. Like, it's hard to describe, and I don't want to give too much away, but just wait till you see it. I really hope you guys love this one. And yeah, I just think it's so beautiful. So the tonal I'm going to be pairing with it instead of Kana is going to be my Gallivant tonal that was released in my Evoking Autumn collection. And I think Gallivant pairs with it beautifully. I cannot wait. So yeah, I'm going to be dyeing up myself about 5 skeins of that on Soft Rose, my Soft Rose base, because that's definitely going to happen as soon as I'm finished with this. And yeah, the Day 25 colorway on this Advent, holy cow. Oh, it's so good. I am obsessed with Day 25. Yeah, Day 25 is amazing. I cannot wait to knit with it because it's just a blend of so many cool colors. And I know I feel bad telling you guys all about it because half of you have not been able to snag one because they sold out really quick. I can only fit 100 skeins in my oven at once. I'm so sorry, you guys, that I haven't been able to add any more. However, I've recorded that colorway and I've decided to open up a pre-order for it on Christmas Day. So whenever it is released, and all of you that were able to snag one, open it up. If you would like to purchase more for like a sweater or whatever other project, or if you need another skein for a shawl or something, then I would recommend looking at my website on Christmas Day because I'm going to be adding in a pre-order, and this would, like, if you were not able to get one, then this will be perfect opportunity for you to snag one if you want. And yeah, it's going to be available on all of my bases, and yeah, I'm obsessed with this one. And yeah, it's going to be pretty predominant in my blanket as well. So it obviously pairs well with Gallivant, but it doesn't look anything like it. Anyways, that's all of the Advent talk. There's only, I don't know how many percentage. I think I have 30 or 25% left, and then once they're gone, they're gone. I will not be offering any more until 2022, till next Christmas season. So yeah, that is all that's in the shop. I think that's pretty much what I've been doing. I have been dyeing yarn like crazy and just, yeah, doing all the things. So I'm glad that Advents are done and kind of off my plate. I haven't done Day 25 yet. I'm still needing to dye that up, except for the prototypes, of course, but like mass producing it. And then I also, yeah, I'm going to be doing more of the Evoking Autumn collection. I'm going to be dyeing up some extras so that, because my goal is the bases that sold out during when I launched it, I'm going to be dyeing up more of all the colorways because I want these colors to be available all fall season, because I'm aware of the fact that I released it very early on in the fall season because I just wanted to give you guys a lot of time to knit with it, just a lot of time to just have it in the shop to give you ample opportunity to purchase one. So that was like my thought process. So I'm going to be trying to restock those as it sells out and just have it in the shop for you guys in sock set form and in mini sets and all of the different things. So yeah, that's in the shop. I will be showing you guys that in a few days when my fall preview update video goes live, because I can't wait to show you. I have a really fun plan for it and I think you guys are really gonna love it. Another product that I have in the shop that I thought I would mention is Yarn of the Month clubs. They have made a comeback. So if you have been bummed that I took down my Yarn of the Month club subscription, I think last spring is when I took it down just because I wanted a slight break, I have added them back into the shop. So September through December's Yarn of the Month clubs are back in the shop. However, I brought them back with a fun little twist. So yeah, if you missed out on them last spring, I think these months are going to be even better, because what I decided to do is I picked really fun inspiration photos for these. So as I did previously, I will be drawing my color inspiration from the photo in the listing. So if the photo in the listing is like your color palette, then definitely hop on this club because I'm pretty sure you would like it. And it takes a little bit, it has a bit of planning in there, because I know a lot of people don't want to purchase a club that they have no clue what the colors are going to look like. So I feel like this gives you kind of a, baseboard for like what it's going to look like. And I'm going to be offering sock sets on fingering and DK weight. I'm going to be offering fingering and DK weight full skeins, and I'm also going to be offering fingering and DK weight mini sets. So this is going to be a collection of one-of-a-kind mini sets pulled from like different colors in the photo. And I'm gonna have so much fun with the mini sets because they're going to be very, you know, maybe like obsolete colors in the photo. Like there might be like a touch of yellow in the corner, and I'll pull that out, and all these different things to make the mini sets really shine. So I can't wait to dive the mini sets. You can kind of see that that's what I'm most excited about, but I know the sock sets will be beautiful as well as the full skeins. So the full skeins and sock sets are the same 100-gram skein. However, the sock sets are going to be having a tonal mini that pairs with it perfectly. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening with my Yarn of the Month clubs. Like I said, I have September through December's in the shop. However, I would like to ask you guys, please do not purchase them together, because I will have to refund your order if you do that. Just because if you purchased like a September club with a December club, your September club would be ready to ship within a week or so. However, your December club would not ship until you know, the end of December. And I would have to hold that order until the end of December since you only purchased one shipping label. So I hope that makes sense. That's just something I have not been able to get around in the months, like the year that I've been doing clubs. However, I've just decided I'm just not gonna let you have that option anymore, just because it's been so confusing. I've gotten so many emails about it. So just please purchase them individually so that I can ship each club when it's ready to go. Just because that way there's no confusion and you get your yarn as soon as it's ready. So yeah, if you want to purchase all 4 clubs, then just purchase September's in an order, October's in a separate order, and so on, just so that way you can, yeah, just get all of your goodies all when they're released. However, if you really want to purchase a like September sock set and the mini set, then you can by all means purchase them together, because they will both be ready at the same time. It will be perfect to just ship them together. So yeah, I hope that makes sense, kind of just stay within the month, and yeah, I hope that like helps. And yeah, I just wanted to mention that just because there is a lot of confusion. So that is some of the shop news. Like I said, I will be flipping the screen around and taking you guys through the studio just because I think that's fun, and I get the sweetest comments when I do that. You guys love to see a little bit of the behind the scenes of the headquarters of Ruby and Rose's Yarn and just seeing what I'm up to. At the moment, it's a mess. Of course, I have packages all over the floor that are going out today, actually. As soon as my class starts, I'm going to be taking all those packages and driving them into the post office. So I'm going to be doing that as soon as this is over. And then I'm going to be, yeah, just doing more studio work. So I have all the advents and bins, and I will show you guys that because it's stacked up all the way to the ceiling. I've got, I think, 16 bins like filled with yarn, or 17 actually. And yeah, it's just going to be a lot of work, but I'm so glad I have Mallory, who's my employee. She does an amazing job, and just I need help, so it's really nice to, yeah, be able to have someone that is, you know, packaging all the advents and all of that, so I don't have to do it this year. And yeah, I have the Evoking Autumn collection starting to get hung up. I'm kind of doing inventory on those at the moment. I'm just checking on what bases I need to dye up and what has sold out and all of these different things. So I'm making my dye list. So yeah, so many different things. And that's partly why I love being an entrepreneur, is because you're never doing the same thing for too long. Like, it's just over like so many varieties of things you can be doing. And yeah, it's really fun. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that. The shop is going to be closed for the weekend of the 25th, I think. Yeah, the 25th and 26th is when it's going to be closed. You can still purchase things, but it will not ship until the next Monday, because I am going to Indy in Indiana. I cannot wait to go to Indianapolis. So I'm going to an NF concert. I'm so excited. I have been dying to see NF in person. So for those of you that don't know, NF is a Christian rapper. I love listening to him. He's one of my favorite artists. And yeah, I listen to all of his songs like in the studio. Like, it's just so motivating to listen to. I think I've talked about him before. I just love all of his songs. So I'm getting to see him live. I can't even believe it. So I'm going with Devin and his friend Tyler. And yeah, I'm gonna fly up to Indy, and then I'm going to, yeah, just hang out with him for the weekend and see NF. So I can't wait. I'm going to be, yeah, knitting a lot. I'm gonna bring some work to do because my work follows me around. But I'm really excited to, yeah, just get to go on a trip, and just, even though it's only a weekend, I cannot wait. It's gonna be so fun. So yeah, I know, like, if you're over 40, you hate NF, but it's kind of what I've seen, but he's so good. Like, his lyrics are so cool. Like, I even played one of his songs for my grandparents, actually. But I had the coolest grandparents, so there's no surprise that they thought it was cool. But he, there's this one song called Mansion that, it's not my personal favorite, but I feel like it really shows his talent, because it's basically describing your room as a mansion, how you have different rooms and how you just, you know, cover up things. You just don't want to, you just repaint. You don't want to deal with the problem. Like, it's just really cool how, like, he just, like, visualizes the mind and just all these different things, and how you have different rooms with different experiences you've had, and just all these different things. It's just such an amazing song. And I like hearing him rap, because like last night I was listening to it hard because I was having to package orders. It was just a long work day, and it just keeps me motivated, because yeah, it's just fun to listen to him rap, and I can rap most of his songs by now. And it's just fun. I like to just, you know, do that. It's just fun. And it's like a challenge, because you have to, like, really pay attention to the song and learn it and listen to it over and over. But my favorite, if, like, I have fellow NF fans, I know some of you guys have said you love NF too, so yeah, I know you guys are gonna let me know down below. Okay, if you're an NF fan, you gotta let me know down below, what is your favorite NF song? My favorite NF song is I Miss the Days and Remember This. And, like, so I Miss the Days, for those of you that don't know, I'm just gonna talk about him for like a couple more minutes, and then I'll flip the screen around because it's so fun. But remember, like, so I Miss the Days is basically talking about how, like, you know, you miss the days of when you're a kid, when you're really carefree, you don't have any worries about, you know, paying the rent, making a living, blah, 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 you know, all these different things. I just think it's so cool, and just, like, showing how you grow up, and just, like, you know, your thoughts change. And then Remember This is cool, because it's just, like, it's just, like, a bunch of different thoughts all tied together that are all just, like, facts, just, like, thrown at you. It's just so cool, like, you know, just keeps you in perspective, I guess. And I just like to rap that one. But I don't know, he just has so many good songs, like, you know, just, I don't know, it's just so cool. And then, like, Oh Lord is just a great one, just talking about how, you know, people, like, you know, they just pray to God when they're having a hard time, but then they just, like, they don't come to him when they're, you know, everything's good. They just, you know, say, I'll let you know, God, when I need you again. Like, it's just really, really cool to just be like, you know, just to hear that, and just to know, you know, I don't know, just keep your perspectives in view. And I really love his Oh Lord one. So yeah, definitely check that one out. And just, yeah, and just tendencies we have as Christians at times. I don't know, it's just really, really moving. So I just love his songs. And I cannot wait to see him in person, and just to get to, I've been practicing because I want to sing along on his songs, because, like, I've been listening to his raps and just, like, kind of making sure I remember a lot of them. I think I have a total of 6 songs I can fully rap now. But anyways, I'm excited. So that's what I'm going to be doing this weekend. And I'm working like a crazy person to get everything done I need to before I have to leave. But anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this podcast. Sorry it's been a little rambly, but I feel like those make the best kind of podcasts, or at least those are the ones that I love to watch the most. And I hope you guys have loved seeing these projects. It's been so long since I podcasted. I hope to come back a little bit sooner than before and just show you guys the progress, because when I come back and film again, the Fascination Shawl will be released, and I should have a lot more progress on my mittens. They should be pretty much written up, and my blanket should be further along. So anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. As always, you guys are the best. Just getting to just how supportive you were when I was sick was so just touching. Just the fact that, you know, it would be very easy for you guys to be so angry that I couldn't ship your orders out, you know, in a timely manner. And just the fact that you were also understanding and telling me to take care of myself and rest, and that you could wait for your yarn, it just meant so much. I just feel like I don't deserve you guys, so thank you so much, and I hope you love your yarn when you get it. It should be coming in the mail very, very soon. And yeah, just thank you guys so much for your support. If you would like to check out my shop, I will have it linked down below. If you would like to check out all the many products that I offer, or just my Evoking Autumn collection that I've been talking about. So thank you guys so much for listening, and I will flip the screen around and show you a little bit of the behind the scenes. Bye. So first of all, every day when I walk into the studio, I pass by this room. This is like my Advent processing room. So as you can see, I have all of my bins filled with wound Advent minis, and my employee Mallory is starting to stamp all of the velvet bags. They come in red and green velvet, and yeah, they're all stamped. I have, she does it so organized. Look at how organized she is. Anyways, so this is all of my velvet bags. This is like a colorway of each one, and then she is going to start packaging these. And yeah, as you can see, there is a ton of yarn in here. And then we can walk into the studio, which is right in here. And here it is. As you can see, it is filled with so many different things. So here are all my packages. I got all these packaged yesterday, believe it or not. I worked so hard, and yeah, I'm so glad that it's done. I'm gonna have to kind of hop along. And as you can see, I've been doing some expanding in Ruby and Rose's Yarn headquarters. I have been putting up more grid wall, and I'm actually waiting on some more hooks so I can fill up the rest of this. And yeah, I've been fixing up a lot of the holes in the walls here because all of this was completely filled before I started packaging orders yesterday. I cannot believe that you guys have been so crazy about this collection. Thank you all so much. Nothing makes me happier than seeing how much you love the new products I've released. And yeah, I'm going to be working on restocking a lot of these colorways because some of them have sold out on some of the bases. And you probably saw my lists strewn all over the floor when I came in here. But yeah, there's only about, I think, 15 orders left. Oh my word, I can't believe it. Only 15 orders left. And yeah, then after that, everyone should have received their orders. Yeah, I am so excited to have it be done, and yeah, I will be flipping the screen around and showing you guys the few products that don't have to do with the Evoking Autumn collection that are in the shop right now. There will be links down below to all these products. So yeah, I will also be showing you guys like how I've been expanding. I've also added in a bunch more cubes on the other side of the room. And I'll just skim over it at the end with some really relaxing music because I feel like that would be a perfect end to this episode. So yeah, time to flip the screen around. So shop favorite, this is definitely one of my most popular colorways. You guys have loved this. I have not been able to restock it for a while, and I'm so glad that it is finally in the shop. So this is my Witching Hour colorway. It is filled with a bunch of different shades, perfect for Halloween. This is the only Halloween colorway that I have dyed up this year. Halloween is not really my thing, but I know a lot of you guys love Halloween. So if that is you, then this colorway I think would be perfect for it. It has so many fun colors. This is my personal favorite section. I love how all these colors play together. So this is what it looks like on my plump rose base, and this is my rose DK base, and it is just so luscious and beautiful. And yeah, I love this one. It has some neons in there. So yeah, this is in the shop, fully stocked on all of the bases. So if you have been waiting for this colorway to be restocked, I don't anticipate restocking it again until probably next Halloween. So this would definitely be your chance to snag this colorway if you're interested. But yeah, I love this one. So fun. It's a beautiful gray base as well. So yeah, this is in the shop. This is the last product that I'm going to be showing you guys in this shop tour, just because I've been focusing pretty much all of my attention on the Evoking Autumn collection, which will be coming in the next video I will be releasing in a couple of days. So definitely stay tuned for that if you're looking for more yarny goodness, because that is mostly what I've been working on, and there's so many different products in that collection. But these are my 50 gram mini sets. So this is my Dystopia mini set. It is on my soft rose base. It's just has so many beautiful colors. I love this green and how it just complements all these different hues, and yeah, they're very different. I think this would be so fun if you wanted to knit socks out of it. I know that's what a lot of you guys are going to be knitting with. I do not knit a lot of socks. I've never knit socks, I mean. I just have heard that this is great for socks. And then here's my Suspicious Minds mini set. This is my favorite, of course. It's all of my favorite colors. I have loved how these play together so much. I think they're so beautiful. I love everything about them. This is my favorite out of the four. but also I love this one. I just think they're all so beautiful together. I also released a third 50 gram mini set, but it's sold out. These two are one of a kinds, but the other one was not a one of a kind, so I might restock it at some point. It was called Whispers in the Dark. It was it was like this, but in blues. So it was a bunch of different blues and grays. So I will be restocking that probably in a few weeks, as soon as I get my Fascination Shells dyed. Fascination Shawl kits. So anyways, I hope you guys love these. There is a few left, I think maybe about 10 a piece, so not a lot at all. But yeah, if you've been wanting some 50 gram minis, these would be perfect for those, I feel like. Lots of really fun speckles. And I think they also go really well together. I think this would make a super fun project. So yeah, that is it for shop news. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this podcast.